When I was 6 years old, I made a promise to myself. One day I would explore the ocean. Not because I had ever dived beneath the waves, but because Jacques Cousteau inspired me. He opened a portal to a new universe, a world that was vast, mysterious, and full of life. And Cousteau carried a radical idea. He believed that humanity must stop hunting the oceans and farming it instead. We must use the seas as farmers and not as hunters, he said. To him, ocean farming was more than just food. It was about civilization itself. That idea captured me as a child, and today it still drives me, not because it's a dream, but because it's the opportunity to feed a growing world population. What if I told you that the future of food and the future of food security, climate resilience, and healthy nutrition is not on land, but beneath the waves? That's such a promising perspective. And I want to say that from a technology point of view, the connection between food security, healthy nutrition is fantastic. You see, because the ocean is 70% of our planet, yet only 2% of our caloric intake comes from the ocean. Isn't that strange? Not because the ocean cannot offer more, but because we have underestimated it. We have under-prioritized it, and we have been farming it pretty much the same way over the last 50 years. Now, the ocean needs to step up as a food source. Otherwise, we will keep expanding on land. And that means cutting forests for more farms, using precious drinking water for livestock instead of using it as drinking water. It means fueling climate change with emissions that could be avoided. The cost of inaction is not theoretical. It's communities with less access to clean water. It's less forests that could be protecting biodiversity. And it's foods that do more harm than good. But now let's imagine a different food system. One where ocean farms are alive, with sensors, with robots, with data. Every fish monitored in real time. Early signs of stress detected before they become a problem. Drones patrol the sky, monitoring for harmful jellyfish, activating mitigation systems. And imagine robots gently gliding through the nets, maintaining these nets cleaned with the optimal water flow. And automated feeders that respond to fish themselves, delivering the exact amount of feed at the exact right time with nearly zero feed waste. Yes, and now imagine lasers, underwater lasers, precision lasers for lice control. And in this case, you don't even have to imagine, because I brought this technology to you on stage. You see, because aquaculture did not just upgrade, it went completely full Star Wars. Now, all this technology providing data streams into a digital brain, millions of data being collected and analyzed every minute, guiding decisions with precision. Disease detected earlier, environmental stress adjusted immediately, welfare monitored continuously. Does this sound like science fiction to you? It might, but it's not. It's happening. It's really happening. Global innovators like Google X are partnering up with aquaculture companies, pioneering these breakthroughs, bringing the same spirit of technology disruption that have transformed industries on land into the ocean. I hold on my hand a fish, and I have on the screen an image that actually shows you biometric measures of fish being taken underwater with the latest underwater camera technology that aquaculture companies are using. And this represents much more than what we just see at the surface. You see, because this fish represents food from the ocean. It represents food that nourishes more than what it emits. It's less land use, it's less fresh water use. and it leaves a lighter footprint than any steak could ever. It delivers a powerhouse of nutrition and the promise of food security for a growing world population. And those fancy images on the screen, they represent more than, high-tech software or hardware. They really represent the next step on ocean farming, precision ocean farming, smart ocean farming, where we are able to do more with less, when we are able to use our resources in a more efficient way. And together, food from the ocean and technology, they really represent a new narrative for the ocean, one where production of food from the ocean is possible, together with the protection of the ocean and the prosperity of the ocean and of local communities that are so dependent of sustainable ocean economies. So together they represent an opportunity to continue feeding the world without destroying it, an opportunity for technology and biology to come and work together. Now, let me be honest with you, technology doesn't solve everything. It takes time to develop, it often doesn't work the first time, and it requires us humans to adapt to this technology. I have seen prototypes fail, I have seen farmers refusing to trust their technology, and yet I have also seen breakthroughs when finally technology clicks in and we see improvements on animal welfare and a reduction on feed waste. Let me tell you a story about a farmer I met on Western Norway. He refused to use his sensors or his machines, whatever type of technological help. No, I know how to farm my fish. I do not need these machines to help me take any decisions, until one day, an algae bloom nearly wiped out all his fish. And today, the first thing he does when he comes to work is to check his water dashboard, even before his morning coffee. And that's pretty serious stuff, right? So that's when you realize that technology and humans can really work together, and technology can empower people. Imagine for a second an orchestra, needing both instruments and people and musicians and the conductor in this beautiful interdependent relationship, not like separated entities, but working together. When technology and humans work together, something extraordinary happens. And then it's when you realize the vastness of the oceans become manageable, and the ocean becomes productive as a source of food. So, not in a theoretical way, but in a very practical way. Let me decompose that into a human scale. Just 1 cubic meter of ocean space, just about the size of what I'm going in here now. So just imagine, this volume here represents 1 cubic meter of ocean space. We can produce 17,000 calories of food with 80% less emissions than on land. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine feeding the world 1 cubic meter at a time? It is true, the ocean is under pressure. It's climate change, it is overfishing, it's plastic pollution, but that's exactly why it needs saving, because it holds solutions. Climate change, climate resilience, food security, and healthier nutrition. And with the convergence of AI, technology, and big data, we are able to unlock the power of the ocean to produce more food, not by dominating the ocean, but by working with it. So next time you sit down to eat, I would like every one of you to ask yourselves a question. Not only what you have in your plate, but where real change begins. Because the future of food might not be growing in fields, it might just be swimming below the surface. Thank you.